Hello, Internet. It's Jenn T. Grace here, founder of Publisher Purpose Press, and I am here for day number 19 of the 30-day writing challenge. So once again, this writing challenge is working on 1,100 words per day over the next 30 days, or now in the middle of these 30 days, to create a 33,000 word manuscript at the end of this challenge. So today's tip number 19, is assessing your competition. Now, I don't want you to be thinking about this in a very business-like way where you're doing a SWOT analysis and really doing a full-blown assessment. What I want you to be thinking about is when you're stumped and you're not 100% sure where or what you want to write next, or what the direction of your manuscript, what direction it might be headed in. What I want you to think about is taking a look at what your competitors are doing to get an idea of how you might want to consider moving forward with your words in particular. I am not endorsing plagiarizing or anything of the sort, but what I am merely suggesting is just going and seeing what the competition is up to, which you should be doing anyway for a number of other reasons, primarily around the marketing piece of things and from a differentiation point of view and from discoverability, et cetera, et cetera. But for this purpose, go and, don't make it overwhelming. Go and find maybe 2 or 3 books that you feel are similar to your books. Take a look at what they're doing, see if there's any way that they've structured it that inspires you to want to structure yours in a very similar way. Or maybe it's a matter of looking at what your competition is doing and saying, I do not want to do that. So whatever direction it might be, it's still helpful for a lot of reasons to kind of understand what the competition is or is not doing. The other thing as it relates to assessing our competition is that it helps to be thinking about this much further down the road. And what can be a little more tricky is if you're writing memoir. So for nonfiction, I think this is a very straightforward task. Go to Amazon, find your competitors. That's pretty much an easier route. If you're writing memoir, it might be a little bit different, where you have to kind of see what memoirs might have a similar theme to what yours might be, and then do the same thing. Go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble, wherever you like to buy books. Go check out other memoirs that might be similar to what you're writing about. With memoir, there's not always a direct, it's not a 1 + 1 = 2 with memoir. With nonfiction, it absolutely is very formulaic and pretty easy to identify who is writing something very similar to yours. Memoir, kind of a different animal. So in that vein, still take the time to go look at it, or, ask somebody, just ask the simple question. If I were to write my story in a memoir format, is there any book or movie or TV show or anything that you think that mine resembles? And that could be a really telling answer to give you some clarity on where you might want to start with your search for assessing your competition. So that is my tip today, assessing your competition, not for plagiarism purposes, but to really just kind of get a sense of what other people are doing and how they're doing it, to just give you a little more motivation and inspiration to get this done. We are more than halfway through this challenge, and I know that it can feel like a slog, and probably does at this point. So, go take a breath, go on the internet, find a book that's similar to yours, and then just spend a few minutes, either skimming the table of contents, reading the thing from cover to cover. It can really, really be valuable in a number of ways.